What's up, bot fam? So we just went to Facebook's developer conference called F8. It is the 10th anniversary of the conference, so it was pretty freaking awesome to see how they organized everything, how they laid everything out, all the presentations, and so it was a really awesome experience overall. We got a chance to catch up with some of our bot buddies and friends that we've had in the space since the beginning, doing some really amazing work. And so what this video is going to be about is actually sharing exactly what we learned at F8, our thoughts on it, and how that actually affects Facebook Messenger bots moving forward. So let's get into it.
If you're a chatbot agency owner or want to be a chatbot agency owner, I need you to listen to me right now. The thing that I took away from F8 more than anything else is that this messenger marketing industry is just getting started. When we got started 3 years ago, I thought to myself, in 2019, 2020, I actually think I can find a Facebook post that I said in 2019, chatbots are gonna start taking off and gonna start picking up, and all the businesses all over the world are gonna have chatbots implemented, right? Honestly, we've been going to conferences, specifically chatbot focused conferences, over the last 3 years, and it seems like the actual growth of the industry, people who own chatbot agencies, we are still right at the beginning. At F8, when I was talking to some of the Messenger developer team, in fact, some of the higher ups at Messenger on the Messenger team, I don't think they have a clear understanding that there's agencies like us out there making hundreds of thousands of dollars driving direct business results through Messenger. Of course they understand that it's happening because they have use cases and they show big companies that now have Messenger as their number one channel of revenue, but I don't think they fully understand at scale that there are people like me, who college dropout, who didn't even know about this industry a few years ago, now have a six-figure profiting chatbot only agency. So if you're wanting to get into this space, understand that even though it's 3 years old, it literally feels like it just started in regards to the results we're seeing, in regards to how many businesses are implementing it, and the ability that chatbot agencies have to drive value. It really does feel like there is such a small percentage of marketers and entrepreneurs in the world actually driving real results on Messenger that this industry is just now starting to pick up.
If you're not familiar with F8, it's Facebook's developer conference, and it's a conference that they hold each year, not just really for developers anymore. It started as a hackathon, but now it's really more for anyone who wants to learn about the latest on what's coming up with Facebook. For example, on the first day, they really talked about all the updates they're making to Facebook Messenger, to Instagram and WhatsApp, what is going to be coming soon, what are they focusing on as a platform, how are they positioning themselves for the future with privacy and kind of all of that stuff. And then day 2 was really about some of the more like ethical, things behind Facebook. How do they ban certain types of content? How are they essentially creating their artificial intelligence and machine learning? So it really went deep into not just developer stuff, but actually more like the ethical and data and privacy side of things as well. So all really important things if you at all want to be building bots or running Facebook ads or doing anything with the Facebook apps, those 4 main apps.
It was really clear from the very beginning of the conference as well that Facebook has started to shift a lot of their focus over towards Messenger. They're trying really, really hard to figure out how to help people like us, chatbot agencies, provide as much value to businesses and their customers as possible through Messenger. So that was really, really, really exciting as a chatbot agency owner to hear pretty much throughout the entire conference to have the theme of Messenger being the main focus of where they want people to spend their attention and time on Facebook's platform.
Yeah, that was really cool to see. That Messenger was the first thing that Mark Zuckerberg went into in his keynote, and it was also one of the main things that they kept reiterating throughout the entire conference, that if we had been able to do our platform over again, that we would have started with messaging.
Yeah, that's huge. I can't believe when they said that, right? As a chatbot agency owner, messenger marketing didn't exist a few years ago, and here they are saying that if they could go back and do it again, they would start from a messenger-focused platform.
So really awesome stuff, really encouraging for us as well, since obviously our main focus is chatbots on Facebook Messenger right now, and all the results and everything that have been generated over the last few years are really impressive, and the fact that Messenger and Facebook really care about pushing the space forward is very exciting as well. So now that you guys know a little bit about F8, what the Facebook Developer Conference is, why people go to it, and what you guys could potentially benefit from as well from watching some of the sessions, which I'll link down below, we're going to jump into some of the major updates that they shared so that you can be up to speed on everything that's happening, as well as some of the data and numbers that they shared too, because you're definitely going to want to write these numbers down to be able to share with prospective clients if you want to build them chatbot on Facebook Messenger, as well as even run Facebook ads for them, just to get an idea of the numbers and tell them how impactful and how big this market really is.
Definitely. We actually got into chatbots because we streamed F8 back in 2016, and we watched Mark Zuckerberg show the 1-800-Flowers demo, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is hands down going to be the next big thing. And since then, every single year, we use F8 as our source for the most accurate numbers in our sales process. So anytime we are trying to go through the sales process with a client and explain why they should be using Messenger and why they're missing out on a lot of business, we use the numbers that we gain from Facebook's F8 conference, just like you'll see right now as we get into it.
Yep, exactly. So let's dive into those updates. So first off, Facebook shared that Lightspeed is coming, which is a new version of Messenger that is 2 times faster and 7 times smaller. So smaller in terms of storage space on your phone, which is really, really impressive. This is like the smallest and fastest update that they have ever made, and by smallest, again, storage space. And so they're calling this Lightspeed, and along with that new version is also coming a desktop app for Messenger.
Awesome.
Which is very exciting because up until now, iMessage and WhatsApp has been available, on laptops, on desktop computers, but Messenger is now entering this space, and because there are over 1.4 billion people that use their platform every month, I have no doubt that people are going to be using this desktop app, and that's going to be really beneficial for us as well for some chatbot stuff. So I'm excited to see kind of how we can bring the chatbot in and use that app as an entry point as well. A Friends tab is coming to Messenger as well. So people are going to be able to watch videos with their friends in Messenger, as well as be able to see the latest updates on what their friends are up to, what they're doing inside of not just Messenger, but also Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, I believe, as well. They're just going to pretty much be putting all that stuff into one tab so that there's no ads, there's nothing that's going on other than your friends and family all in one place for you to catch up with.
Yeah, Facebook has always considered a Messenger, like the digital living room. And I thought that this concept was so cool because this allows you to literally sit in a digital or virtual living room with your friends and watch the latest episodes of Game of Thrones or whatever it might be and enjoy that live experience with your friends, building that community within Messenger.
Totally. That was an analogy they kept making over and over and over, which is that Messenger and WhatsApp are the digital living rooms, which means they're private spaces, in your home, and you can hang out with your friends and family there without having to maybe be embarrassed or share something that you wouldn't want to share in public. And then Instagram and Facebook are the public town squares, as Mark Zuckerberg called them. So essentially the public spaces where you can go and see what everyone else is up to, but people aren't sharing maybe as private information as they might share with friends and family. So really important analogy to understand, because that's kind of the analogy that they're now taking to restructure their entire platform and actually start focusing on more privacy, both in the public town squares as well as in your private spaces too.
Yeah, I think it's really important to understand that even, traditionally in living rooms, there was always a role for businesses to play, right? What's happening in a living room while you've got the TV on? You might see a commercial, you might have the radio on and hear a commercial from a business on the radio, right? Well, now as marketers, we need to find out, how can we play a role in someone's virtual living room? How can we be inside of someone's virtual living room and add value to them as a business? Give them what they want, when they want, how they want.
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. So definitely be thinking about that and kind of that concept because it's going to become more and more important as we start to build more and more on Facebook Messenger. But some of the really impressive numbers that they shared are these 3 numbers. So write these down so that you can use them with prospects, as well as if you're sharing with people what you do and they're like, well, how big of a market is this? You can give them this. And it's just really helpful to have some numbers in your pocket if you ever want to pull them out during a presentation, call, conference, conversation, all of that. So the 3 numbers that Facebook shared are these. 20 billion messages are sent every month between businesses and users.
It's insane.
40 million businesses use Messenger every month. And every day, over 100 billion messages are sent on Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp collectively. So write those numbers down. They're going to be really important for you to just know and be able to use again in all sorts of different situations. And now you have the latest numbers on really how big this market is and how many businesses are starting to use chatbots and Facebook Messenger to reach their audience. And now we're going to dive into the updates on WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. So on WhatsApp, as you guys might know, over 1.5 billion people use the app every single month. And so what Facebook announced is that they're really going to be focusing on stories inside of WhatsApp, which are called statuses. They are already planning on rolling out payments as well. Mark Zuckerberg said sending money should be as easy as sending a photo. And WhatsApp Business is now going to have a new feature for products to catalog. So what that means is you'll be able to see what a business has available in it real time so that you can order stuff, whether it's products you can walk in and buy later on, or even products you can have shipped to you as well. And this is going to be really helpful for small businesses that don't have a huge web presence. In some countries, they said that more people have a WhatsApp account than a bank account, which is crazy to think about. So those are the main updates on WhatsApp. Not a whole lot of crazy new updates compared to Messenger in our opinion, but it's still really helpful to know what's coming, especially because WhatsApp bots are starting to develop more and more. And even though there's not amazing platforms and fully built out platforms like ManyChat or Chatfuel available just yet, there are a few that are starting to grow and starting to bring some really amazing results for businesses through WhatsApp. So we'll keep you guys posted as that space grows, but keep that in the back of your head, especially because WhatsApp is one of the main ways that many countries use to communicate between users to users as well as businesses to users. So yesterday on Facebook, as you guys may have noticed already, the new design came out. And this new design is actually all white, so the Facebook app is no longer blue. And on mobile as well as desktop, they're now focusing a lot more on stories as well as groups. And that's really important for you to know as a business, as well as if you run your own personal brand, but more of just to understand that Facebook stories are starting to become as big as Instagram stories. There's a lot of really great ways to use Instagram stories as ads, as well as for your own, company's Instagram channel, but using Facebook stories is actually even more powerful because when someone responds to your Facebook story, they're actually sending a Facebook message to your page, which means that they're sending a message to your bot. And so you could set up, for example, if you're familiar with bots, you could set up a keyword in ManyChat or Chatfuel in order to then respond to all the people who are messaging you through your story. And that's just one example of how you can use stories, which are a really intimate way to talk to your audience and combine them with your chatbot. So keep that in the back of your mind as well as Facebook continues to develop their platform more and more and really focus on groups and stories, which they reiterated a bunch of times. So those are our Facebook updates for you guys. Overall, I think that Facebook has taken a really strong step towards becoming more human and actually focusing on, things like stories and groups and ways for people to connect with their friends. And I think that's going to continue to be the focus. And as businesses that are using chatbots, I think it's really important for us to understand that our bot experiences should also feel very human, very natural, very organic in order to continue to play a strong role in that space. Because the more often that your ads seem like ads or your bot experiences seem just weird or overly excited or just very unnatural in the way that people talk to each other on messaging platforms, that people aren't going to respect or be excited to talk to your chatbot. So keep that in mind as Facebook moves all of its platforms towards a more human approach. Make sure that your bot is as natural feeling as a story or as you talking to someone inside of a Facebook group as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of times people don't believe that a bot will help make a business feel more human.
Yeah.
I think that right now, a bot is the one thing that can help a business be more human at all times of the day, right? And so because Facebook is definitely pushing stories and pushing a more human marketing feel, I think that right now it is a perfect time to begin implementing chatbots at businesses all over the world.
And last but not least is Instagram. So they have announced that they are continuing to focus more and more on stories, and one of those ways is through a donation sticker on Instagram stories, which is really exciting and a cool way for people to contribute to their favorite causes and encourage their audience to do the same thing as well.
Definitely.
Shopping and payments is also a really big focus for them too, so they have now announced a shopping tab under the Explore tab inside of Instagram. So if you go to your Explore tab and find the shopping section, then you can actually shop the entire feed that shows up there on your Explore page from brands that are similar to ones that you follow, as well as the ones that you currently follow too. And they're also making it a lot easier to create purchase processes entirely inside of the app. So some of these shopping experiences, if you like click in and choose a product and then try to go through like the buying experience, even if you don't want to buy that specific thing, just to kind of see what it looks like, you'll see that the entire checkout process can actually happen inside of the Instagram app now. Not in a web view, but actually inside of the app where it confirms your order and everything without you having to go anywhere else or open up a web view. So those are all of the Instagram updates, as well as WhatsApp, Facebook, and Messenger. We're really excited about the future to see what's going to be coming as Facebook and Messenger and bots continue to evolve. So we've linked all of the sessions down below if you want to check them out directly from F8. And we'll continue to update you guys as we see more and more different policy updates, as well as changes to the platform throughout the rest of this year. That's our goal, is to keep you guys as updated as possible.
So hopefully this video was helpful for you. Go ahead and comment below which F8 announcement you're most excited about. And as always, if you want to continue getting value from us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button or hit that bell so you get notifications every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when we drop videos. Thanks for watching, Bot Fam. See you in the next video.